In this lesson we're going to look at adding multiple integers together, and I'm going to do the same example twice actually, showing two different strategies you might take, and then we'll kind of discuss when you might want to use one strategy over the other. So we have, let me just rewrite this thing real quick here. We have lots of different integers that we need to add together. And so this first method I'm going to demonstrate is just me going from left to right and making this just a problem where I'm going to add two integers and just keep repeating that over and over. So first I'm just going to focus on negative 17 plus 15. I know that the signs are different, so I need to subtract. I get a difference of 2, but of course that is negative 2 because the negative is on the larger absolute value of negative 17. Rewriting everything else. Sorry, that wasn't very good. And I repeat this process again. So I have negative 2 plus 10. Again, that's a situation where we need to subtract. So I get a difference of 8, and it stays positive 8 because the 10 is a bigger absolute value than the negative 2. And so we go along here, rewrite everything else to get in the good habit of it. 8 plus negative 16, again we have numbers of different signs, so we are subtracting absolute values. So this is negative 8 plus 14 plus negative 38. And we're still not there. Negative 8 plus 14, another subtraction situation. The difference of 14 and 8 is 6. So this is going to be a positive 6 because the 14 is a larger absolute value and it is positive. Alright, now 6 plus negative 38. Finally, we know the negative wins because 38 is much larger than 6. Now we just need the difference. 38 minus 6 is 32. So the answer is negative 32. Now notice how many steps that took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 steps to complete this one problem. And this strategy works, and in all reality, many of the problems you're going to encounter are not quite this large, and so this strategy here might be just fine a good majority of the time. But when you do have these longer problems, I want to show you how you might be able to make life a little easier on yourself. So what I'm going to do for this other strategy, which we'll put in red, is I'm going to rewrite this problem where I'm just going to reorder things, which I know I can do with addition, so that all the negatives are together and all the positives are together. So there's my negatives, and there's my positives. The commutative property of addition is allowing me to do this. I can add in any order I want. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because if you are adding a bunch of numbers of the same sign, remember all you have to do is add up their absolute values. So I just need to add 17, 16, and 38. And when I do that, 7 plus 6 is 13, plus 8 is 21. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. So we have a total of 71 here, but since they were all negatives, this is negative 71. And I can do the same thing with 15, 10, and 14. So I have 9 here, 3 here, so 39, so it's negative 71 plus 39. And notice already I have this boiled down to just a negative plus a positive. And when I recognize here that the signs are different, so I need to subtract. So I need to take 71 minus 39. Borrow there. So 11 minus 9 is 2. We borrowed 1, so 6 minus 3 is 3. So we get 32, and of course the answer is negative 32 because the negative is on the larger absolute value. So this method here is, I think, much preferable when you have lots of negatives and positives and they're all kind of jumbled together. It makes life a lot easier, I think. This method works just fine, and as long as you're careful, everything will work out just right. But I would suggest the more numbers involved in the expression, the more you'll want to think about first rearranging and putting all negatives together and all positives together.